Now the molecules of, see if I think that can hear me. Okay. Okay, doctor.
Yes, started.
Calcare flow administered to restore their functional integrity and thus are enabled to throw off the exudation, which will then be absorbed by lymphatic vessels. So here the calcare fluor restore the functional integrity of this. That is the most important. There are two ways. One is the calcare fluor is restore the functional integrity and thus enabled to throw off the exudation, which will be then absorbed by lymphatic vessels. Through the lymphatic vessels, the waste materials are removed. The second one is by means of the volumetric force of the carbonic acid contained in the blood, a part of the fluorine is split off, the fluorine of lime. This combined with the nascent nitrogen forming hydrofluoric acid, which gradually dissolves the molecules of the morbid products and these are taken up by the lymphatics. This is why the fibroids and other such things, the fibroid is a hard node P1. That hard material is dissolved with this hydrofluoric acid and is fluoric acid which will dissolve this fibroid and hard materials. But how it is to be eliminated from the system? That is because of the lymphatics. So the lymphatic system is the most important one in the first class of this Malayalam. I also told you we must have studied all the lymphatic vessels and lymphatic system. Likewise, the veins in the body, there are so many persons are asking this. See, all human beings show their own complete blood vessel. This the blood vessel, that is right blood vessels becomes unique. There will not be any difference for these arteries. But there is so many differences between very little differences in some person. There are so many differences regarding the venous system, venous circulatory blood vessels. Likewise, the lymphatics also not similar to any person. So the chain work, which is very completely surrounded the whole body with this fatty and lymphatic nodules. Somewhere so many lymph nodes are there. Thousands and thousands of lymph nodes are there. We also see in the some very important junctions only, a very big lymph nodes. There are the systems. They are that they are the camps, camps of the army for these lymphocytes. They are having their functional ability to take off the waste materials, heavy metals, so many things, and they are steroids and disintegrates, and which are throwing off even sometimes with these blisters, these eruptions, or to the blood in other materials which is throwable through sweat and other urine or to stool, everything. This conversion is also takes place due to the action of these lymphatic cells. So lymph nodes are the most important sites where the cleansing is completely, very importantly, especially in serious diseases, the tissues are debris and parts are completely removed from these parts to the outside within lymphatic cells. So these lymphatics, there are so many elements, very important, this calcareous and calcareous natropause, everything. Natropause is in the intestinal part, but the calcareous and calcareous are very important, like a kali cell, very important, in magnesium and calcareous cell. These are the most important these salts. Here the fluoric acid, that is the fluorine is the most active element. Fluoric acid is the most important active acid, that it will dissolve the silica, the glass bottles also. It will not be kept in the glass bottles. It is kept in some other elements, so because of the non-reactive part. See, here the another one is H2SO4, the sulfuric acid, which is formed some other albuminoids, that is the protein metabolism, also act like this carbonic acid, helps to remove these debris and fibrins from the remote area. Then here, this is the physiological chemical action, very important regarding calcare. Then phytolaca, only the medicine I say in textbooks contains calcarea fluid. Phytolaca, the homeopathic medicine phytolaca contains calcarea fluid. That's why phytolaca is a very important remedy for our tumors also. Next one. This much of calcarea fluid, then kali more. What is kali muriaticum? Kali more is potassium chloride, kali chloratum. That is kali chloridum also. That is not chloride, kali chloridum, potassium chloridum. These are all the other names of potassium chloride. Calcium chloride, calcium KCl naturally occurring as cornalite. That is a mineral substance from the nature. Potassium chloride. This potassium chloride is also, it is a white crystalline and soluble in 2 parts of boiling and 3 parts of cold water, insoluble in alcohol. So many salts are not at all, not salts, natrum chloride, kali sulfate, calcare sulfate, everything are insoluble in alcohol. This is an important one. These salts are made into the paste and they're mixed in with the serum lactis and put into lower potencies. They are as tablets. We are using these. They are especially they are not soluble in alcohol. And fibrin and fibrinous exudations are the most important one of the this kalimur. Second stage of inflammation, we all know, fibrin and fibrinous exudations. Then kalimur is found in blood cells, muscles, nerve, and brain cells, intercellular fluids. Without this salt, see, without this salt, kalimur, no new brain cells formation will take place. This is what important. This potassium is a very important element which is very reactive also. But brain cells formation, this need a brain cell formation. In epidermis of the skin, it loses. If the epidermis of the skin is loses this kalimur or deficiency or the as SCHUSSLER'S rates, this is the disorientation of these elements molecules will cause irritation to fibrin. A whitish or whitish gray exudation is thrown off, and if irritation exceeds beneath the epidermis, both fibrin and serum will exude, and the involved part of the skin will be pushed up to form blisters. That is the case in case of smallpox and chickenpox. In this blister formation, because that's why we are giving this kalimur. So many cases we gave in a very tremendous amount quantity of kalimur for camps in chickenpox in our first college days. That was a very important. Still, even now, I am giving this kalimur as a preventive for this chickenpox and varicella and certain type of But it's because this blister formation is due to this epidermis, deep dermis also involved in this kalimur absorption. Reabsorption of throwing off these exudate will occur if kalimur molecules applies. Then generally, what is the importance of general second stage of inflammations of serous membranes when the exudation is of a plastic or fibrinous character? White or grayish exudation, white or grayish coating of the base of the tongue. Likewise, the glandular swellings are all important regarding kalimur. Next one, kalimur assumes a role much like sulfur in pure homeopathy. Kalimur followed by calcareous salt, which completes the cure. Follows ferrum followed by natrum. Then it is an old application. See, the 3x kalimur 10 to 15 grains in a tumbler of water for diphtheria. In burns, boils, carbuncle, skin affections, warts, etc., external application recommended. In syphilis, follow with the kali sulf and silesia. Kali chloricum is not kali more. It is a so poisonous substance, don't use it. It is also proved in our material can be seen in boric textbooks. This kali chloricum. the phytolaca, sanguinaria, stillingia, the spinous canadid spinous, C. Asclepius, Viburnum ruliformium, then Ailanthus, Anis stellatum. Anisum stellatum with Hemamilis, Cincifuga are contains Calimur as a constituent. Phytolaca here again, Calimur containing Sanguinaria, Stillingia, Pinus, then Asclepius, Viburnum, Ailanthus, Anis stellatum, Hemamilis, Cincifuga are the medicines, homeopathic medicines contains this Calimur as a constituent. Next one is Kali phosphoricum. Potassium phosphoricum formula K2HPO4. Here also a PO4 molecule radical is there in between. There is a very good chance, that is the hydrogen. While dissolving this salt Kali phosphoricum, it readily made available this acid hydrogen for the removal of this. This is a very great positive ion and remove these negative radicals. Again, K2 is a very good positive ion, that is K2 plus. Phosphate, there is another one, then oxygen is very readily available with some proteinaceous and other parts with the phosphorus. So this is a very good salt, phosphorus. That is why it is very important for our main remedy for brain cells, brain and nervous system complaints. This is a freely soluble in water, insoluble in alcohol. Here also it is insoluble in alcohol. In all animal fluids and tissues, brain, muscles, blood cells, and nerves, it is retained in all tissue. It is retained in all tissue-forming substances with the greatest obstinacy. So it is indispensable to the formation of tissues. It means here this word is very important. That is tissue substances with the greatest obstinacy. Here, the next sentence is the most. So it is indispensable to the formation of tissues. For the formation of the tissues, this salt is very important. So it is an apt one for the building processes. Aerodynamia and decay are characteristics of Kali phos. Nerve cells retain long time without decay in this salt solution. This was the proven one. It is noted by on those days of this old SCHUSSLER'S receiver. That is, it is an antisoric and hinders the decay of tissues. Kali phos. A disturbance in the Kali phos molecules results in one mental bashfulness, anxiety, and fearfulness, suspicion, homesickness, weakness of memory, depression. These are all the mental symptoms of Kali phosphoricum. In vasomotor nerves, pulse at first small and frequent, later retardation. The pulse will be very much small and frequent, but later retardation becomes slow and even very absent. It is vasomotor nerves. That is because of the vasomotor action, this pulse is behaving like that. In sensory nerves, pain with the paralytic sensation. In motor nerves, muscular and nerve prostration to paralysis. Tropic fibers of the sympathetic nerve, retardation to complete cessation of nutrition within a circumscribed cellular domain, and softening and degeneration of the involved nerves. Kali phos is a very important remedy. This is an important one we have to see in so many cases of ulcer clearing and tumors and the nerve, these ganglia and likewise symptoms which are very particularly that is the regional. The regional pathology is very important for this Kali phos also. See with this one, that is within a circumscribed cellular domain, retardation to the complete cessation of the nutrition of that part. That is why the neurological also very important for these neurons defective cases where we can think of this Kali phos, which will completely in minutest form of these molecules will recover that area certainly. So many cases are there in so many textbooks. We can give all the cases and their recovered cases. There are these Kali phos completely food for these neurological problems. Complaints arising from want of nerve power as prostration, exertion, loss of mental vigor, depression. Neurasthenia, that is sluggish condition of the mind which will act if aroused, and exhausted mental condition after mental exertion or stress. Likewise, this neurasthenia, so many after worries and weariness of the mind, the persons will be so much sluggish and steady, and that condition, when it is aroused, they become very active, like Silesia. But this mental state is a very separate one, that is neurasthenia. And intense order from all openings. This is an important one also. No other sentence, no other biochemical state or this intense order from all openings. Then rapid decomposition of blood cells, muscle juice means muscle during these waste and these preparations and this trauma, everything are mentioned here. This carrion-like diarrhea. Carrion-like diarrhea. Atrophy, wasting diseases with the putrid stools, gangrenous conditions, septic hemorrhages, cold air aggravates all pains. These are all important for the calibers. Then the next one, pulsatilla, baptisia, rustox, veratrum alb, veratrum, this epiphysias, this Viburnum ruliformium, this digitalis, simicifuga, cactus grandiflorum, stramonium, xanthocylum, ailanthus, anistellatum, amamelis, phytolacca, cactus are the remedies which contain calipus as their constituent. See, pulsatilla also contains calipus. It's a very important. This pain, neuralgia, neurasthenia, baptisia also. This brain, help brain. For the fever, everything. It controls and keeps the brain cells. Rustox, veratrum, also heart, epiphysias, viburnum, digitalis, very important remedy. Simicifuga also. These remedies are all very top level remedies. This calipus containing remedies. Simicifuga, stramonium, xanthocylum, ailanthus, amamelis, phytolacca, and cactus. Cactus and digitalis also contains this calipus. Neurological development. These plants also, we see these plants, pulsatilla, and what is the importance of these neurological actions of this pulsatilla and cactus? They are so sensitive plants that also it is because of this kaliphosphoric, phosphate and potassium. Both are there. Phosphorus and kali. Kali means not a single substance. Potassium means by word name itself, it is potassium. It is potassium. It's very potent. That means very potential. Then next one is Kali sulf. I think that this much enough for this. Today I am stopping this for this 5 minutes. I am giving 5 minutes. It is better to leave now. Anything to ask about these salts? It is the first part. I am closing here. Thank you very much for this. I appreciate you to tell about this in the session. I am so much grateful for this. Anybody can ask any questions. Today I am thinking that these salts are very important because of our earth. That means the body basements. These are the basements of our body. Going through this to the Kali and other elements, continuously we will be reading so many potentialities of these biosalts. These are exactly the biosalts. So many biosalts are present in these homeopathic medicines also, and these potential action of these ions. These are all acting as catalysts.
Doctor, thank you so much, Doctor. If you have any question regarding this, participants, please raise your hand and ask question to Dr. MASHHOOD.
See this calcarea force, there is a calcarea force from the first. There are two words in this old book. I got this hygroma genu, that is accumulation of fluid in the serous sac, bursa, as a bursa, located above the knee joint. Genu means in those words, the old textbooks, that it means knee joint. Genu. Knee. Then Bursitis, that means now the terms are means it is pre-patellar bursitis. That is hygroma genu. And also this cyst, a synovial cyst also is likewise. That is very important for calcarea pores. It's very important for so many persons suffering from knee joint. This collection of fluid about the knee and this hygroma. There is hydropus genu also another word. It is an excessive fluid accumulation in fetal stage. Immunohydropsis fetalis caused by the right incompatible fluid collection in the fetus. That is hydropus genu. That also about regarding calcarea pores. And another word is that it is hygroma platelets. It is not at all, it is related to the platelets, but platelets because of it is a bleeding complaint. During the bleeding complaint, it may be having these platelets also coming with this hygroma platelet. That is risk factor of bleeding. Old medical terms. These are all the old medical terms. Anyway, cyst hygroma also is another word. Cyst hygroma. That is lymphangioma. Nowadays it is called lymphangioma. Then congenital malformations of the lymphatic system. This congenital in children also in infants. A non-tender mass in the neck and armpit of the child. This is a symptom, a side. That is known, that is called a hygroma. And subdural hygromas, they are there because of the trauma. So that is cerebrospinal fluid is accumulated there in subdural hematoma. Accumulation in such dural space. These are after head injury or after in surgical cases. These are the important two words which is career. This SALTS is very important for these two conditions of the collection. Because of this fluid, serous fluid will be completely reabsorbed within this minor elements, molecules.
Okay, doctor, thank you.
6x and 12x potencies are available. We usually say only we are giving these 6x potencies. Our 3x's are very great, extensively acting. Higher potencies are also there for magnesium, phosphorus, we know.
Thank you, doctor. We have 4 more minutes. So if you have any question regarding this, you can ask.
In the phosphorus constitution, diathesis.
What, doctor?
Diathesis is also important for this calcarea pores. It's tall, thin, and delicate with a rapid growth rate in children, pale complexion, weak bones, and generally physically weak, and mentally very sensitive, inactive, highly empathetic and expressive, anxiety, fear, especially of being alone or in the dark, overwhelmed by external stimuli or emotions. These are this phosphatic diathesis.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for giving such an informative class about tissue remedies. Thank you so much. In between, there is some, because of the internet issues, some issues happened. Even though we have cleared the problem easily. Thank you so much. All the team worked behind that. And thank you, Dr. MASHHOOD, for your informative class. And thank you all the participants for joining with us. And Dr. MASHHOOD, you come again with another class. And now I am inviting Dr. Shaila. Dr. Danesh, make Dr. Shaila as a co-host. And I'm inviting Dr. Shaila for moderating Malayalam session. Thank you, Dr. MASHHOOD, once again on behalf of IFPH. Thank you all the participants. Bye-bye and good night. And now I'm inviting Dr. P. Shaila for moderating Malayalam session. Thank you.
Okay.